Welcome to the Olympia Gasoline Edger training session. Before using the Olympia Gasoline Edger, you must first inspect the blades to ensure they are undamaged and properly secured. First, remove the spark plug wire from the spark plug. Tilt the edger backwards. Now, visually inspect each blade tip to ensure it is undamaged, sharp, and securely fastened to the blade plate. If a blade is loose or needs to be replaced, use the following procedure. With the assistance of a second person, lift the edger onto a workbench, making sure to lift with your legs, not your back. To replace a blade, first undo the 4 bolts holding the blade plate onto the edger. Remove the oil drain plug. Drain the oil and reinstall the oil plug. On a clear work surface, loosen the 2 bolts holding the blade tip to the blade plate and remove the damaged blade tip. Replace it with a new blade tip, making sure to position it correctly on the plate using the blade position template. The template provides the proper setting for the outside cutting blade on one end, and reversing it gives you the proper setting for the inset blade. Once positioned properly, tighten the holding bolts to a maximum 11 foot-pounds of torque. After inspecting and replacing any damaged or dull blades, reattach the blade plate with the 4 bolts, making sure to tighten to a maximum 11 foot-pounds of torque on the grade 8 bolts. On the 8-blade plate, every second blade should be inset. With the assistance of a second person, lift the edger off the workbench and place it back onto the floor. Now, refill the engine with 10W30 motor oil and reconnect the spark plug wire. Check to ensure there is adequate fuel in the tank. In a well-ventilated area, top up the fuel to 75% of the tank capacity. Make sure the edger muffler is in place and operating properly. You are now ready to move to the ice surface. The Olympia Gasoline Edger is designed to remove ice buildup along the boards and level the ice surface. To properly level the ice, we recommend the following procedure. Before entering the ice surface, make sure you are wearing steel-toed boots, studded slip-on boot covers to provide proper traction on the ice, safety goggles or glasses, and ear protectors. With the blades in the up position, push the Olympia Gasoline Edger onto the ice surface. Securely close the entrance door and ensure that all the other entrance doors are closed and secured. Make sure there are no other people on the ice during the edging procedure. Walk the entire circumference of the ice surface, examining the board surfaces for any protruding screws or materials embedded in the ice or boards. Remove any debris. Also, check the ice level for high spots. Using a felt tip pen, mark the beginning of a high spot with a line and an arrow pointing forward along the high spot. At the end of the high spot, mark another line and an arrow pointing backwards. This will clearly indicate where you have to spot edge the ice. You are now ready to begin the edging procedure. Push the choke to the fully on position. Compress the safety handlebar and turn the ignition key on to start the engine. Once the engine has started, return the choke lever to the off position. In an emergency, simply release the safety bar to stop the edger blades. With the blades in the fully up position, push the edger along the boards. Maintaining the forward motion, push the blade height control lever downward until the blades start cutting a light cut of the ice. Never pull the edger backward while the blades are spinning, or try to cut backwards. It is very important to keep the edger moving throughout the entire edging process. As you approach the first arrow marking a high spot, lower the cutting blades another notch by pushing the blade height control lever downward. The blades will begin cutting into the high spot, removing the excess ice. As you reach the end of the high spot, marked by the backward pointing arrow, pull the blade height control lever up to bring the blades back to the initial cutting level and continue edging around the entire ice surface. Upon completion of the edging circuit, pull the blade height control lever back to the top position before releasing the safety bar to shut off the engine. To complete the edging process, do 4 circuits with the Olympia ice resurfacer, moving in a half width of the resurfacer from the boards on each lap. The Olympia Gasoline Edger, setting the standard.